First, I would say we categorically cannot rely upon technology to somehow bail us out of this climate crisis. Climate change is an existential threat to our way of life. The 4 last years have been the 4 warmest years in recorded history. You don't need to be a scientist to put 2 and 2 together and say that this threat is unfortunately accelerating and getting worse. And so this is a situation where we have to do everything under the sun. And so that includes the things that are long overdue, like rejoining the Paris Accords, implementing a carbon fee and dividend, investing in an infrastructure that's much more modern and sustainable. But we also have to acknowledge the fact that the horse has left the barn. In all likelihood, the climate will continue to warm. We're seeing the effects right now here in Iowa and around the country. And so we have to start trying to mitigate the worst effects directly. So geoengineering is a big fancy sounding word, but one of the primary methods that people recommend is just planting lots of trees. That's geoengineering. Like planting a lot of trees would be very, very helpful in terms of soaking up some of the carbon in the atmosphere. Right now there are various scientists and engineers who are looking at various geoengineering techniques, but there's not meaningful resources behind it. There's not any even convening. They're doing this work in isolation. And one of the things I'd suggest is that this is going to come to a head in the next couple of decades internationally. Like we're obviously not the only country in the world that's going to be impacted by climate change, and so some of the other major powers, in my opinion, will start experimenting with geoengineering in the coming years. And so we need to lead on this. We need to convene experts internationally, so it's not that 15 years from now we're looking at some other country doing something that obviously is going to affect all of us.
Now, you've been an advocate for Medicare for all, correct?